Kevin Hanley here again. In this video, we are going to talk about the means test. Under the 2005 amendments to the Bankruptcy Code, a debtor must pass the means test in order to be eligible to file under Chapter 7. You are exempt from the means test and therefore can file under Chapter 7 if your debt is primarily non-consumer debt. Think a business owner. If you are a disabled veteran whose debt was incurred while on active military service or performing a homeland defense activity. So the vast majority of debtors must deal with the means test. How do you calculate income under the means test? It is your average income for the 6 months before the filing of the bankruptcy petition. If you are married and both spouses file, the means test considers the income of both spouses. If you are married and only one spouse files, the means test still requires that you include the income of the non-filing spouse. If your income is derived from a business or from real estate, you are allowed to deduct reasonable expenses from your gross income. If your income is below the median income for your state based on your household size, then there is no presumption of abuse and you qualify to file under Chapter 7. Let's say your income is above median. Then you have to complete the expense side of the means test to determine if you qualify for Chapter 7. For above median income filers, the expenses are a combination of real expenses and national, state, or local average expenses. If after subtracting all allowed expenses from your income, there's no money left, then you pass the means test and qualify for Chapter 7. If there's money left over, it depends. The amount left over is called monthly disposable income, or MDI. If MDI is greater than $214.17, you fail the means test and cannot file under Chapter 7. If MDI is less than $128.33, then you pass the means test and qualify for Chapter 7. If your MDI is between those numbers, then you have to compare the MDI to the total amount of general unsecured debt to see if you pass the means test. Let's say you finally pass the means test. Are you free to file under Chapter 7? The answer is pretty much yes. However, the trustee and the court ultimately can put the kibosh on a Chapter 7 filing upon a finding that the debtor filed the petition in bad faith or the totality of circumstances of the debtor's financial situation demonstrates an abuse. That happens very infrequently, thank goodness. To sum up, you must pass the means test in order to file under Chapter 7. For below median income filers, the process is pretty simple. It is more complicated if you are an above median income filer. To prevent abuse, the court can deny you the right to file under Chapter 7. Thank you for watching our video. In the next episode, we are going to assume that the debtor can file under Chapter 7.